Oh, Lenzy,
Yes,
here.
Daddy.
Elbel was born in 1930. I mean
19.
1940. 40.
Elabelle.
And then 2 years later, Tina.
42
Steve.
was Tatum. Teedum. Was it on dumb?
And then the next year, Wayne was born. So
43?
Wayne was born that year, and then next year after that, Olin was born. So it makes it 4 years.
Oh, y'all weren't fooling around, were you?
Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Okay, now.
Well, that means Elabelle's the youngest, because Olin's born
No.
No, you're crazy.
44. Okay, I got it.
I doubt it.
Ignore me, what I just said.
I doubt it.
Okay, now. Christine was born in 1930.
Yeah, you were 31.
She was born, what, January the 18th?
Yeah. And you were born 1931.
Dudes.
No.
I was born in 1980, and your dad in 1905.
Okay, 19.
Sure about that, Dad?
08. You were born 1908?
Yeah.
Lenzy was born in 76. I'll get my piece.
Was 19 and 5.
Who, me? Me or your dad? Now you're talking about.
My daddy was born 1905.
Yeah.
And he was born December
I might as well sit
28.
And you were born, what was your birthday?
15th of April.
April, APR 15th. Well, that's is that Valentine's Day or
April.
No, it's a deadline for
income
Social
tax?
Security.
Oh, I know that. Social Security, yeah.
There ain't no Easter Sunday.
Okay, Olin is 24th of this month, huh?
Yeah.
24th of November.
Wayne's birthday.
Oh, his birthday was the 5th of July. And yours was on the 11th of August, wasn't it?
Yes. When was Tatum's?
Hers was the 14th of June.
Forgot to write the names down on these two.
Quick. And Elbel was the 24th.
24th of June?
Uh-huh. She's like 10 days, being 2 years older. You know.
I know who this is, Lenzy.
Well, for people, I don't know, who cares? Just
And
write
I'm
down.
telling you, I told
This
you
is,
Della, I said, well, Elbel was jealous of Tina from the time she was born.
How come?
How come?
Well, why was she jealous?
Because we thought, well, Tina, we did her, see? Tina was the baby, and she... and that she was jealous. She was jealous from the time she was born.
I can't imagine somebody being jealous of somebody.
Oh, she was jealous until she heard.
You never have anybody to be jealous of, did you?
That's right. If he'd had a little sister, he more likely would have been jealous of her.
Okay.
In 14 years, she had all the kids.
Well, you see, I had two. And I waited 9 years and had another one. I miscarried one time during that time, too.
You miscarried?
Yes. Is
That means that she
I know what that means. I just didn't know.
that was the prettiest thing I ever seen. I didn't have to know I was really,
You didn't really know you were pregnant, huh?
for certain. But that dog run up in the house, come running up in the house, and I went out the window.
Oh.
And that's the reason why you miscarried.
I went out that window and went around the house. I don't even remember going by that well. And I got over there to Morris's place. Well, I was leaning against the door. And she come out the door and opened it. And I said, that dog are in the house. She said, yeah, and I know what's happened to you, too. That's what she said to me.
That's when you miscarried. Well,
And you're laughing about
you
it.
know, you know,
Yeah, I was just as wild as she
there's
said,
things to, you stop and think about that. See, now that particular spirit was going to come into the world. Well, see, this is sort of deep, Mama.
Really.
Hey,
He went
this-
off the bed before he was 2 weeks old on his head. He kicked
Dad?
himself off
Yeah,
the
but I
bed.
was in a mosquito bar too.
No, you wasn't.
I was, Mama.
Wasn't
You
no
always told me I
mosquito bar.
was.
Well, no, you wasn't. We didn't have no mosquito bar at that time.
where was Dad born?
He was going out there close to Leggett. Down on that 59 close to Leggett.
Well, what was he born in? I mean, was it a house or a cabin or what?
It was in a house.
Okay. Well, this is for the tape.
So,
Saying.
he was crying, and Miss Davis said it didn't hurt him. I said, well, I know it did hurt him. I said, baby have feelings just like other people. Oh, well, it didn't really hurt him.
Who's Miss Davis?
Oh, he lived in the house with us.
Is this the house that had the cracks in it? You said that, and it had a norther come through there
Yes,
when I was born.
freeze your tail off. If that don't matter.
That's all that gonna be, freeze your tail off.
It coming on the day you was born. And I never did get warm the rest of that year.
Oh, boy.
Dad was talking about the top of the cabin blowing off.
Didn't we live in one time live
Oh,
in a,
that was down there close to down at that,
that's a camp, wasn't it?
yeah, down there at that logging camp. And we lived in, had 2 tents put together like that. One of them was ours, and then the other one was already there, and so we just put 2 tents up there together. And it come a storm and tore one of the tents up. The one that had the beds in there, well, I guess it leaked too before we went down to another woman's house and stayed. And her kids had, what do you call that stuff, that breaking out the kids had?
Measles, probably.
Measles,
No.
chickenpox,
No,
mumps.
no, it was just it was sores,
Oh.
itching.
Was it smallpox?
No, it was that stuff you had to keep them washed and
Well, they do that with
breathed.
chickenpox. They do that with chickenpox.
That wasn't it. Infantigo.
Oh, yeah.
And we wouldn't have caught that from them kids if she hadn't let us sleep on that sheet. Now, I wouldn't have done anybody that way.
Huh.
Maybe she didn't have another
Y'all
sheet.
caught, you 2 caught infantigo.
Peter and, Elbell and,
And
not
me.
Elbell, Peter.
And me. Christine. Huh?
Christine Buddy.
Oh, well, that's another
You
thing.
know, I
happened.
haven't found them pictures yet, and I don't know what in the heck went with them.
What pictures?
Pictures of me holding you and one of Christine with that hat on her head, and they was in that closet. And save my life, I cannot find them.
So there was one existing picture of Dad when he was little that didn't get burned up in that fire in that house.
Yeah, there's a picture of him, and there was a picture of Christine, but I can't find them.
But me and Christine sitting in the wagon was burned up.
Yeah, it got burned up. But you remember that there picture of Olin that was up on the wall there in that place and it got burned up? I found the picture of him. Found the little picture that was made by, I guess, because it.
What about all the negatives that these were made from?
Well, they all burned up.
You know, burned up too.
A lot of the pictures, they just stuck together. They was so tight together you couldn't get them loose.
Did you ever retrieve any burned pictures like that?
Yeah, there's a few pictures that we didn't burn up. We found a few. But I haven't got none of Hall, and I haven't got none of Beagle. I haven't got none of Rooney. I asked
Who are these people?
Her mom and sister.
That
Her
was my
brothers and
sister's
sisters.
brothers.
What are your brothers and sisters' names?
Hall and Bill and Loney and
Wait.
Yeah.
Hall, Bill, and who?
Bill was the oldest. Bill, Hall, Loney, Rice,
Boney,
B-O-N-A, and Oman,
Boney, Rice, and Owen.
R-I-S,
R-I-A-S.
Rice,
Solomon, they called him.
and Oman,
O-M-A-N.
and then Edgar,
Solomon Lenzy.
and then me, and Rooney. And there was one baby died, I think, when she was 8 weeks old or something like that. Her name was Eddie, E-D-A.
Okay.
If Christine had been living now, she wouldn't have been dead either.
Well, what happened to that you said they could have
Well,
saved her?
her stomach blew up.
Ooh.
Some of them do it now, too. they open it up and
Just
then
go in there and open
Does
it
the
up.
stomach blow up, did you say?
Oh, it grows up, Lindsay.
grows up. It grows up.
It grows together.
Grows together.
On the top of the stomach?
I don't know whereabouts in
Well,
the stomach. She just growed up. But I know Mother said she weighed less when she died than she did when she was born.
Because she wasn't getting any nourishment. But Christine, if she had have lived till the Second World War,
What did Christine die of?
the heart, the malfunction of the heart, the valve was
You know what?
was not working right.
You remember that terrible spell she had there at when we were living there at
Kiefer, we thought Kiefer.
no, it was when we was living at at Smith's place down there. It wasn't the old lady Smith, but we lived down on the road. You remember down in there? Off away from that camp. Me and you and her, I carried her down to the camp and got some traded eggs for oranges. I'm quite sure she had rheumatic fever.
Well, then that's probably what caused her heart
Yeah.
to beat like that.
Yeah, I'm quite sure she had rheumatic fever. What did you want to take that out of there for?
Because I can't sit down on this.
Why?
Because it slips around.
You do the slipping around, scooting and twisting your butt around on it. That's the reason why.
Hey, watch, they're getting this on tape here.
It better not be on the tape.
Well, it's on the
Yeah,
tape.
okay.
You got the tape going.
All right, so tell us about your childhood.
I ain't got no childhood. I don't remember it. I don't got it.
Well, you told me a few things about your childhood.
What was it?
I remember you going around and around the house with who was chasing you around the house?
It was Rooney. She was chasing me with a rifle, and the heck of it was loaded. And Mother, I was screaming, Mother, stop her. That's loaded. Mother, stop her, that's loaded. She come out the door and grabbed her. Took it away from her.
You were talking about some kids were playing baseball, and you came along and you caught the ball, and they were arguing over whose team you were on.
When we had at school when they were little kids.
Where did you go to school?
We went to school down there in Polk County.
Did you
We were
graduate?
one-room school.
I know, but what was the name of the school?
Blue Branch. That's
What?
what they called it.
Did you ever graduate from like a high school?
No. I went to the 8th grade, and that's it.
Did they have high school back then?
Heck yes.
The 11th grade. I think they had 11 grades back then.
Well, I went to Coon School a while, and it had 12th grades.
Is that right? Is that right? Well, all of them we went to was 11 until they changed it.
Every winter, I'd have to stop. Mother'd get down, Rooney'd get down, and I'd have to stop, stay at home
How come?
until I had the flu.
Oh.
Every year I'd have to stay out of school. Well, when I was 18 years old, I was in the 8th grade. But that that year, I was halfway through, I guess you'd call it, because it was about Christmas when we, just before Christmas, they were going to have flu shots.
So you took your flu shot.
And I'd never had flu in my life. So they said, oh, we all want to take flu shots. Yeah, I took mine all right.
You
First time.
probably got terribly sick from it.
First time I felt like I was just going to pass out. He said, oh, that's just it's hard on the needle. I said, I know better than that. Next time he come back, I think it was about 2 days later, he gave me another one. I just felt like I was going round and round and round and round, and I told Mother, I said, there's something terrible bad about that for me.
You never had the flu.
So I didn't tell the doctor. I should have told him. But anyhow, next time he come back to give the rest of their shots, I was in bed with high fever. And I stayed in bed 3 weeks. And we was laughing about that, about my nose having two blisters all up, about halfway up on the outside, and all in the inside, and all around my mouth. You can imagine what kind of looking thing I was.
That doesn't sound
I
too funny.
I coughed from then on till spring.
And you never went back to school?
No, I didn't, and I quit. I said, heck, I have to stop up winter. I know use me going no jack no more. So I just quit.
Well, Mama, you would have been 22 whenever you finished if you hadn't have.
Hadn't
if
have
you had
failed
passed
the
it,
grade, yeah.
hadn't have if you'd have failed, if you'd have passed all the grades.
How about Grandpa? Grandpa Henderson, did he ever graduate from high school?
He must have went to some kind of high school. He taught school.
You're talking about her daddy now. You're talking about,
Your grandpa?
Yeah. I'm talking about my grandpa. Grandpa
Oh,
Henderson.
Wayne never didn't. He didn't go to high school. He didn't even go to about the 5th grade, I think.
did he go to the 5th grade?
I think he went to 5th grade.
How about your father? Do you know?
Well, he taught school some, so I don't know just what grade he went to. He taught the boys calculus, and he taught all kinds of things like that.
So
He
your
didn't-
father was a school teacher.
Yeah, he was a school teacher. But they didn't make enough back then to keep up with the family. He had to get out and do something else.
And back then, the mothers didn't have jobs, so your mom didn't have any. How about your mom? Did she ever graduate from any high school or anything?
No. I imagine she had got the same education Leonard did. She knew how to write, count, and
Do you know any of your aunts or uncles' names?
heck yeah.
What are they?
I'm going to go see if I can find that thing in yonder. Now, maybe I can tell you all something about you. Elijah L. Wells
Elijah L. Wells.
and Lucy E. Wells married Lucy E. Furlong. And Elijah L. Wells, that L stands for
Steve, you turn
Lincoln.
this around toward her.
Lincoln.
Okay, sure.
Elijah Lincoln Wells. Well, you're getting it all wrong, this stuff. And Lucy E. Furlong married October the 19th, 1893.
It's a marriage certificate. You need to go get some copies of those made.
Leonard Henderson and Erma Wells married July the 7th of 1929. I guess that's what that is.
Where?
Looks like 29. That's what it's supposed to be.
1929, yeah.
And S. Wells and Della Sackett married September the 30th, 1949. Yeah, they married in September after I married in July.
What's those other little thingies down there?
Let's see what this is.
Don't cover up the condenser mic there, Grandma. See this little... See, Grandma, see that little thing right there? If you
Oh.
cover that up, you're covering it up.
So Elijah Wells was born September the 1st, 1801.
Is that right?
1861. I thought that was wrong when I said 1801. 1861. And Lucy E. Wells was
Where was he
born
born?
Where was-
I mean, I
at,
know where he was.
at Kentucky.
He was
That's all I
born-
know about it.
Well, that's because it's important that we get the state, because if so, we can get more information on him.
Well, it's Kentucky.
Okay.
Lucy E. Wells was born August the 21st, 1873.
Okay, where were you born? Where were you born, Grandma?
Brown County.
Brown County, Kentucky?
Texas?
No,
Texas?
Texas.
Okay, because I just said, okay, sorry.
And Bill Wells was born October the 20th, 1894.
Okay, where was that right there? Where was she born?
In Kentucky.
Okay. Okay.
Bill
Okay,
was born,
well, she is Lucy E.
Wells. That was
Wells. Okay, she was born
She
in
was a
Kentucky.
furlong. That was a furlong. That on the other
Okay,
side.
so Lucy E. Furlong was born in Kentucky, August 21st, 1873.
And Bill Wells was born October the 20th, 1894.
Okay, and where was he born?
In Kentucky.
In Kentucky.
Hall Wells was born
They had come to
April the
Texas.
21st, 1896
And he was born in Kentucky.
in Kentucky.
Okay.
The Welders came here from Kentucky.
The
But
Wells came here from
I've
Kentucky.
already got it where they married.
Okay.
Let me see.
You
what
really need to get copies of those as much as they're falling apart. Maybe we should.
Elijah Wells died December the 30th, 1928.
All right.
Oh,
Who is Elijah L.
That's my
Wells?
granddaddy.
Okay, so that's my great grandfather.
And
Wells.
this
Runa Wells died December.
February.
Let me see it. Let me see it. Okay, died. No. What? You sure it's right? Yeah. It goes over that way. Yeah, it goes over that way. Died.
I think it's February. Wait a minute. He died December. That was supposed to be January, I believe, though.
Just a minute. Scooch it over here.
But I can't see nothing through your head.
Died.
February, it looked like.
February 5th, 1929.
Yeah.
Do you know where did Elijah Wells die?
In New Mexico. He was buried in New Mexico.
Okay.
In Hagerman. At Hagerman Graveyard.
Can you spell that for me on the tape?
Haggerman. Hagerman.
Hagerman. Okay.
That's where there's. Both of them was buried there.
Both of them were buried there. So
Yeah.
both of your parents buried there.
No,
Both of little Elijah is your grandfather.
but my grandmother is not buried there, is she, Mama?
No, she buried over here where Della and all her bunch is buried.
Where's that?
We're in the Hollywood Graveyard.
Now, where is that?
Right on the other side of Della, over in there, in Houston.
Okay. Hollywood Graveyard in Houston.
Oh, Wells. Now, Bona Wells was
Where's
born
Bonnie
June the 27th. It says 27th there, but I think her birthday was 21st. No, 27th, I guess. June the 27th, 1898,
Okay, and where was she born?
in Kentucky.
All of
So
your
we-
brothers and sisters except
No. Solomon and Edgar and May and Rooney and Emma was all born right out close to Brownwood.
you? Okay,
Yeah.
everybody else was born in Kentucky. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Did we get Solomon Wells a while ago when you getting them?
Okay, Solomon Wells. What was his other name? Someone's had another
They
name.
called him Omen. O-M-O-N. That
Oh,
mother
yeah.
didn't want him to be called Solomon because she said they'd call him Saul and she wouldn't want to have it.
What's the difference?
Just because she didn't want him called Saul. He was born December the 12th, 1902.
Okay, and he was born. Okay, we already got that straight now.
And Edgar Wells was born May the 7th, 1904. And then I was born.
Should we go take her into town today and get copies of these? Because this is good information type stuff that we could really use. You know what?
Down at the bottom here it says Baby Wells died August the 12th, 1901.
And that was that little 8-month-old
Now wait a minute.
Eva. That's Eva Wells.
She was older than what I understood. I thought she said 8 months. See, February the 4th to August the 12th. It would have been about 6 months, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
She was actually born and living, in other words, and died when she was a baby.
Yeah. So. Well, okay. Hold on.
She had an extra thumb, and it had a joint to it, and the doctors wouldn't take it off.
Because it had a joint to it.
Yeah. They wouldn't take it off because it was jointed. And Rooney had a little finger on the side of her finger, and they cut that off. Edgar had one there, and they took it off, and Daddy had one. Daddy had
It was hereditary.
Did you ever have one?
No, I didn't have nothing. I was just me.
That's something.
You know what Daryl said? She said, yeah, you and you're the only one of the others had good sense. I told her, I said, Della, She said, well, that Erma didn't have good sense. But you know the thing she told that he's done, I wonder.
What'd she say he done?
I'm not going to put that on no tape. She'd kill me.
Well, it's part of family history.
It's not either.
Yes, it is. It's in history, and it has to do with family.
Yeah, but it's not that. It's her business. I'm not going to have.
Oh, it's her business.
Turn it off, Lenzy.
Ouch.
Turn the tape off.
Okay, read that again now.
William P. Furlong, born January the 1st, 1840,
Where?
and in Kentucky, I suppose.
Well, if you know where, Mom, we know where in Kentucky even. Oh.
Well,
If we can, what's wrong?
Nothing. My foot. I had my foot on this thing here so long it got.
Oh.
I
Because
don't know.
all we need is a basic state, because all we have to do is have the state, and we can look under the state in there to see what we need to find.
No good looking the census.
Lavonna,
The Kentucky census for all of
L-A-V-O-N-A.
Kentucky, that's hard.
I don't know what her name was besides Lavonna.
Uh,
V. He said Lavonna V. Furlong, born March the 20th, 1843.
I'll tell you what would be easier, just to copy these.
Said everything else there was kinfolk. He didn't want his
And
kids.
this is your grandfather saying why he left Kentucky.
Well, he said he didn't want his kids to marry into the kinfolks anymore. That there's all kinfolks out there, and he didn't want to marry into them. Mother figured that them fingers and all that kind of stuff, and
Came from that.
this,
Intermarriage.
Owen had
What? I'm fanning.
Owen had a what you call it, a
Cleft lip.
cleft lip, yeah.
Did they ever do anything about that?
He did after he got grown. He wouldn't have his fixed after he got grown.
Okay, so these Holtons, you say, now your mother, 1, 2, 3, 4,
I guess
okay.
that may be,
Okay, so your dad, okay, so Holton could be,
they're related to the Furlong some way, but now I don't
okay,
know
the
how.
Furlong is your your mother.
Yeah.
Okay, so Holton.
Now, I know that my grandma Wells was Cassie Isaacs.
That's my great grandmother.
Cassie Isaacs,
Yeah, I-S-A-C-C-S.
R-S-A...
C-C-S.
C-C-S. This is great. I like this. Okay, do you know your grandfather's name?
Why? His name was Solomon.
Solomon?
Yeah, his name was Solomon Wells.
S-O-L-O-M...
O-N.
O-N Wells.
That's where Uncle Owen got his name.
And I had a little outfit here, a little book or thing, that my grandpa Wells wrote. And I don't know what in the world went with that.
Is it in this house? Have you ever seen
I
it?
haven't seen it since I've been here.
Oh, it probably got burned up in the
I
house.
think some of the rest of them got it. Some of the Elville more than likely, something like that. If she got a chance at it, she got it.
Yeah, and it disappeared.
Okay,
too.
Solomon Wells.
Yeah, and I haven't seen it.
Do you know your grandmother's name on your mom's side?
Her name was Levon.
Lavon?
Levon.
L
Now,
A
they didn't say what her name was.
L-A-V-O-N?
Let me see just a minute here.
Well, it's over here. L-A-V-O-N, did you say?
L-A-V-O-N-N-E, Levon. He called it Levon B, but I don't know what that B stood for.
Well, that's important. Lavon V. Holton. Is it Holton?
No,
What is it? Lavon V. what?
Levon B. They got it down Furlong, and I don't know what her name is. Her name is before she married, unless it was Crump, and I can't swear to that.
Okay, so it's either Crump or possibly Holton, because there's so many Holtons on there.
It says great-grandpa, right down there. It says, William Crump died November the 4th, 1892.
So your great-grandpa's name is William Crump?
That's on your mama's side. Huh?
Yeah, that must have been my my mama's granddaddy. Crump.
So her
Her name would have been Crump.
Crump, okay. And so
How
you're,
was your mama's name Furlong if her daddy's name was Crumb?
don't confuse the tape.
That was her,
Come on.
that was her grandpa.
Okay, so you're great. Let's get this straight now. You're great. Okay, so my grandma. Your mother's father was Solomon Well? No, that's wrong. So I gotta redo this. Just a minute.
Well, do you know where Valma was born? At Valma?
The same place where he was.
Well, that's a heck of a dadgum road.
Well, I can't remember where the same place was.
Is that the only sister he had? Only kinfolks he had? No, Luther.
Luther and Velma.
Yeah, they were the only two.
Albert.
Albert. And they were all born about the same place, huh? Well, probably not. They probably traveled around.
Grandma, where were you born?
Brownwood. She told you.
Say Grandma was born in Brownwood.
Somebody another.
Grandma was born in Brownwood.
Somebody another asked somebody, said, where was you born? He said, in the bed.
Oh, funny.
Just about. I was too, Lenzy. I was born in the bed.
Yeah. They laughing about that like that. Yeah, just so that boy in bed.
L. you don't work too?
You know, you was born in the hospital over at Baytown.
I was?
No, not you, but old Wayne.
Oh, yeah. Well, I know L. Valentino was born in Rome.
Yeah. I think Tita was born on Sunday. And Elbell, I believe, was born on Monday. But I can't remember when the rest of y'all were born. I found another sock. There goes that.
Lucy E.
Now this has got to go back on in her cases. He put it.
Wait a minute. Lucy E. Wells is Lucy E. Furlong, right?
Lucy had a furlong.
Lucy L. Furlong. Oh, I've got
Furlong
it.
came from Kentucky too.
Yep.
Turn the tape recorder off.
But she told me one time that she.
No, I don't know how to do
She
it.
told me one time that she thought.
Wait.
She told me one time that she thought her family come from Virginia.
Lucy Furlong? Who? Lucy Furlong?
Yeah.
Say
And
Lucy
she thought that
Furlong.
her family come from Virginia. But she was born in Kentucky.
Lucy Furlong. Well, how did you get on there? It's no good. You don't know who you're talking about.
Oh, you all got stains all over these sheets. Terrible.
That probably, some of them were mildewed.
Big old tree of these, see?
You know what that is? Oh, they look like horseshoes to me.
This is a shame. This is really a shame that I have to copy this down. Because nobody's going to take me.
That's right, Lenzy.
Yeah.
Look how that thing folded.
Huh?
At the bottom of that look how it's folded. It looked like it bunched up there.
It is. I don't know how I'm going to be able to back up. I just have to, yeah. Now this goes on that thing too. But that other brown, that brown envelope, that brown thing must have got into that other.
Whose grandma's Vona Wills?
B-O-N-A is your Aunt Bona.
That's my Aunt Bona.
Vona.
I call her Aunt Boney.
Well, that's what they call it. They call me Ernie. Ernie.
That's what
Couldn't
Daddy
say
called you.
Irma.
That's what Daddy called you, Ernie.
Yeah, Ernie.
Can't believe it.
That looks a little better anyhow, don't it?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you know.
Rice. R-I-S.
I wonder where that brown envelope, I said,
Well,
brown.
it looks like I got that caught in a lawnmower, doesn't it? Look at the edge of it over there.
That's a day cut or something.
Sure did. I don't know why I got caught in that.
You all don't use any wash rags.
Well,
Good,
I
three.
didn't bring any, did I?
Three is all it is.
Mama, I use a little thin wash rag, and I use the same one for months. I use it and hang it up. Mama, now I see where I got not having any bud.
Me?
Yeah, you don't have any bud either.
Well, Tim and everybody neither one had him.
Well, I don't have any bud. Mine goes right straight down. It doesn't even stick out or nothing. I ain't got any bud.
Haven't got nothing to hold hands up.
Are we recording this? Did you ever turn the tape recorder off?
I thought you
Well,
told me.
turn it off.
But.
Up here,
In Cleveland.
she died.
Well, Mama, how come, when did she die after my uncle died?
Oh, grief. It ain't been more than about 3 years, I think, or maybe about something like that, since she died.
Well, how come I didn't know about it?
She stayed in the hospital there for about a week.
Did you go see her?
I don't think I even went to her funeral. I'm not sure. We went up there, yeah,
Well,
but they
nobody.
didn't let us go in there and see her. She
What was wrong with her?
she's just old. So the matter with her, please.
Well, Mama, a lot of people are old. Now that didn't.
Well, she'd had some kind of a stroke or something. Anyhow, she stayed there in the hospital for about 2 weeks and then passed away. And
In other words, we could have only had. We've only had like 3 generations since the Civil War up here.
Well, the thing of it is,
4.
17. How long was the country here, the people here, before they decided to make us a nation? 1776.
Since about 1600. And I'm trying to.
1600.
Since about it was in the 1600s somewhere when the Spanish came over, and still around between 1650 and 1700 when the
Mayflower came over.
But the Mayflower wasn't the beginning of the nation. They weren't the first people.
Well,
They weren't.
1492 was a whole lot before 1670, before the country became a country, a nation.
Yeah.
That was a long time before we became a nation. The
But
13 colonies were
the
here before
Pilgrims,
then.
the Pilgrims weren't the first people on the American
Well,
continent.
I guess we
They
better
weren't the
go
first
in and,
Englishmen on the American continent, as far
better
as
go
I
in and
know.
get them clothes put in the dryer, I think.
Yeah, we didn't get the clothes in the dryer. You didn't put the other clothes in the dryer?
No, I think I got all the clothes.
The nation started.
Well,
Where did it come
if we came over with the Spanish, it was around.
from? We came over with the Spanish.
I said
Spanish
if. I said
household.
listen. If I said the earliest anybody could have come over in modern times without being an Indian was around 1600 with the Spanish explorers. A child is about 20. Well, young.
He was 20. Mom was 23 when I was born.
So a lapse of generations.
Another 23 years.
On a regular parents don't. Well, we'll say it'll be a lapse of about 50 years per generation. So with a lapse of 50 years,
They overlap.
with the lapse, what's that, a lapse?
Yeah.
50 years per generation.
And it could have been starting in the 1500s, huh?
Okay, the earliest it could start was about 1500 when they came over and started with the Indians.
Well, then we could possibly have been over. Then it could have been 9 or 10 generations.
It could have. I doubt that we have.
Not that we
could-
have that many. but-
Well, we could have like direct cousins coming that way. You know, maybe somebody married an Indian. Somebody had to have married an Indian. Grandpa Charlie married an Indian. So we do have it. We could have in fact gone all the way back.
Who's Grandpa Charlie now?
Charlie Henderson.
Charlie Henderson, Grandpa Charlie. He's the one who has a green wound. He's the mystery of the family. We can't figure out anything about him.
He married my grandmother. You said
Say 15.
And I think she's part Indian too, because
Well, she's probably a pretty good bit Indian, about half Indian.
that
probably,
big
at
old
least.
blob, you know how that's them Indian women get that way.
She was at least half Indian.
And that's the reason why I say they was wrong in putting down that he come from Oklahoma and she come from Arkansas. She didn't do it. So that's what she told me. She come from the Indian reservation and left her
So
dad,
1500 through
her
about
daddy
2000.
and her
Was
half
her
sister.
daddy, was her daddy Indian?
That's
Her
5.
daddy and a half sister out there.
That's 500.
And I guess the way she talked, her mama was dead.
That's 500 years. Do you
Was
realize?
her mama Indian?
I don't know.
Do you realize it's nearly 500 years from the time the first explorers set foot on the American continent? The Americans. 500 years. 1492 to 1990. 500 years. 1500 to 2000. It's 500 years.
Do you want
Okay,
these,
divide
Do
by.
you want these coupons?
Those are the ones we figured we could use, weren't they, Lenzy? I've got some at the house I should have taken with
I
me
put
yesterday.
that now to have that.
Divide by 50. That's.
Well, that looks like it's puckered a little bit, but I think it'll be all right.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
At least it's got the arm around.
That's a possible 10. You're right. We could have had 10 generations. I doubt we had 10
I doubt
generations.
that. I think we probably came over sometime later, but.
I say we came around about 6. The English half came around about 1700.
I put some of that stuff on the front of it, and it looks a whole lot better.
Got the